I think it's time to have a conversation. Conversation I think most persons would have already discussed time and time again, but I've had several discussions about it. The season is entering into the third round where we're going to see the final sets of games. The final sets of 13 games. Final. Now, we're at a technical at a loggerhead where the top six almost declare itself. I think at this present moment, who should I say now? Four, the top four declare themselves already. The top four declare themselves already. So two places are up for grabs in the Jamaica Premier League. But on the other end of the table, it's been somewhat scattergunned or chaotic, quite chaotic. Now, I'm doing this video off the back of the Vere Phoenix game versus Onyx Garden. And the first I have to say that I personally, watching them from season, thought that that was their best performance I've seen the entire season. Nevertheless, even from my perspective, their best performance is still not good enough to give them a positive result. No, the coaching staff, the players, the supporters might say they have seen better performances. Um, Maybe because they have different perspective, and they could be right. They could be right. Strong possibility. They are right. But from a person's watching the league, person's on the outside, this is my view. This is what I saw from the team. And again reiterate, last night was one of the better games I've seen them play. Um, we're gonna touch on possibilities of them going down, why they're at this present moment one of the favorites to go down. Not saying that that is the case or that will happen. I'm just going to give you guys some statistics which highlights the trajectory that they're on in comparison to the other teams that are in and around the same relegation. Also, we're going to touch on the performance that we saw, some of the individual performance that we saw last night. Players were having good seasons within the team. One of the main reasons why they will find it now quite difficult to come out of the slum that they're in. So before I do that, you guys know, let's do the YouTube stuff by hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Now there will be a lot of persons in the comment section. One, comment to one, say MG Sports Bad Mind. Two, just cause say if me not do video on Butler, me not make no money, me not get no views. Fine, no problem. That's your perspective. For me, I'm covering the Jamaica Premier League, and Vere Phoenix is a part of the Jamaica Premier League, and that's why I'm doing this video. Now I'll also be doing a video on Humble Lion and a video on Malines, two teams, and the possibility of why they are also two of the teams who are in strong position or poor position, or possible two of the other teams who are likely to go down as well. So these are the three teams who, in a nutshell, kinda, you know, yeah. But out of the three, Veer is actually at the top or the first pick to go down. It's not a case of dislike, or it's not a case of hatred. That's why I'm going to give you the statistics, data, the data. I can give you my opinion, but we can't go around what the data shows. All right, so let's first start with the data and surrounding the relegation. You know, let's touch on the game last night first and foremost. All right, so overall last night, as I said, I thought that that team performance one of the better performances I've seen so far this season. Um, I thought that defensively they held their own in some parts. If you look at the two goals that they conceded, is you can see that there was a lapse, significant lapse there. There were time and time again where Arne tried to pull apart the defense. They did get through one and two moments, and just on it being in the final third, just not being clean enough in the touches and those things to get our final shot. But in some sense, some aspect of the game, they defended well, and I think most of that would have been contributed to Michael Forbes. I thought that despite at the end of the game when he gave away the ball, which led to the second goal for Werner Brown, I thought that he overall had a good game, helping the team, driving the team out of the defensive third, um, step pushing the line forward with his recovery run. I thought that overall he was fairly one of the better players on the pitch. I also thought that Woolen had a really good game in the middle of the park. I think the first goal, I think I him give away the ball for the first goal. So you see, so the two better players them actually kind of accumulated to the team. The team's loss. Um, but I think that Maggie is as much as though they brought in Maggie to be a brilliant inclusion in the final third. I think he the way he plays also is a leading factor why they might struggle a little bit more. No, the thing is he has the ability to open the lock of any defense. Would have seen it in the game, um, as well with one and two, trying to pick the lock one and two ball in behind the fullbacks. But the issue that I see with Maggie is that just holding on to the ball a little bit too long seemed to be causing the Vere Phoenix team some problems. And by the time he released the ball, either the other team, the opposing team, get back in position or fill out the space already. Just I just think that he might hold on the ball a little bit too long. Sometimes the one-time pass is there. We can hit the pass in a channel or leg of the ball, hit the first man in front of him and receive it back in space. But he tends to just hold on to it. He's just consistent looking for the final pass. Nothing is wrong with that because that is one of his role. But some of the time, you can just take the ball, release it, move again, and find space. And the ball will find it. The ball will definitely find it because most of the time, the players them are look for him. Kyle Butler is also an issue. I think most of the games that Kyle Butler is technically just like a passenger on the pitch, just moving around, not necessarily contributing either in the defensive third or in the attacking third. So he's just basically just on the pitch. One just make one pass here, one change here, probably one tackle here, whatever he can do. But that's definitely not good enough where it's concerned for a team that is in the relegation zone, specifically when you want to find goals and you also want to defend. I think the striker Atkins, I think that his addition was a good one. I do believe that he has the right mindset going into the game. He has the right abilities. Unfortunately, he's not getting enough opportunities. He's running behind, but the ball now reach him. By the time the ball reach him, as we say, when he's running behind, Magia takes so long. By the time the ball reach him, either the defender always reach back, or him probably end up now offside position. So these are the issues. These are some of the issues that the team is having. When you look at the team playing, it's like a team of individual players rather than a team. They don't, there's no structure. The team don't really look organized. I don't think there's really good leaders on the field to organize the team, especially in the defensive third. You need someone experienced in the back line to help keep the shape of the team and keep the line, each specific line. Not saying that who's wearing the captain man is not a leader per se. It could be a captain, but you need persons who on the pitch who are going to talk. It's like, just as I said, individual people. Of course, when time something go wrong, but them not talk throughout the game. Man on, hold the line, press, come wide, come in. You don't really see them the type of communication there. You don't really see it. You don't really hear it as well when you're at the game. Nevertheless, another big issue that you're having right now is that Denzel McKenzie, who picked up an injury in the game versus Tivoli, and it could be a bad one based on what I saw in the game. It could be a bad one, so he could be out for a period of time, which means that they are now out without one of their better players, which is another issue that they're gonna have. So he could be out for probably based off of me. See, looks like probably 4 or 5 weeks that to be out for. It seems to be hamstring. God, that me see him pull up and go down, and it was not even a contact. It was actually just I think one burst of speed, and then he pull up, and I try walk it out, and then he couldn't walk it out, and then go down. So these are some of the issues that they have, which going to make it way more difficult for them. Let's get into the statistics now. Why they are the number one pick for to go down. All right, so let's have a look. So they are sitting 13th out of 14th. They have accumulated 19 points from 26 games, and they have scored only 22 goals, whilst conceding a total of 52 goals. They have conceded the most goals in the season. They are the team that have conceded the most goal in the season. The next team beside them is Malines, and that's the reason why I had Malines. I'm going to do a video on them separately. Malines is also one of the pick. Malines conceded 50 goals. Now, one of the issues that is concerned that we have here is that Malines scored more goals than Vere Phoenix. So that's probably a help. Malines that probably keep them up just a little bit above Vere Phoenix. So that in itself, a goal difference of minus 30, that's not a good look. So yeah, basically, the goal difference, the minus goal difference is way more than the points that they have accumulated so far this season, and that's not a good look. They have lost a total of 15 games. They have lost. They and Mullines have lost the same amount of games so far. See, Mullines again. That's why I said Mullines is in it. The team that behind them, it would be Albertview losing 14, Chapelton losing 14, and Humberland losing 14. That's the reason why these teams are down at this level. And so these are the issues that they are facing with. These are the issues that they are facing with. Unfortunately, a big problem that they're having is the internal affairs. Too much things happening internal, doors leaking out, and these type of things. So that's the reason why they are technically the number one pick at this present moment. We don't know, something could change further on in the season. In just 3 games that could change, in just 2 games that could change, their future could change just like that. But at this present moment, at the completion of round 2 in the Jamaica Premier League, they are the number one pick. I will also look at the other 2 teams, so look out for a video on that. So tell us what you think in the comment section, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV out. God bless. Boom. Know what I mean?